Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I'm Grace. Lighting isn't too good. There's kind of a little bit of backlighting, but this is the only shade I have in my yard at this time, so we're going to make it work. And we're going to go through a warrior flow pose. And this warrior flow is an opportunity for you to get in touch with this inner energy inside that's embodying your form, your unique form, your unique expression, and knowing that we are all one. We are all created by one eternal source, creator, universe, Brahman, Vishnu, all this, Purusha. Yoga teaches that there is a ultimate creator, Brahman, that creates all things. It's all are an extension of and sourced from, and that sustains each and every soul, non-physical self. And we can animate into many forms and many expressions and many reincarnations, and not even that it's linear, that we can just arise in forms. And here we are in this form, in a human form, human DNA. And we've had multiple experiences as a soul. We have multiple gifts and talents, and there's no end to the love within our being, in that, as that non-physical self that we are, that's animating this physical embodiment. There is just pure divine love. No matter how we may feel here in the physicality, we may feel a sense of resentment or hate or anger in this DNA physical form, because we are refining. We're refining the human DNA. We are refining our ancestral stuff. You're heroes. We're all warriors, and we've come to challenge ourselves. We don't come to this earth school to sit on the beach with a margarita, although there's definitely times for that, if that's something that you enjoy. But that's, we come here, this is the ultimate video game, this virtual reality of the physical. And sometimes we forget that embodiment of here, using this body. So many people are on the electronical virtual realities that they get disconnected from this virtual reality, which is another step back from the non-physical self. We are going to embrace the empowered warrior within each and every one of us. And this is going to look different for each and every one of us. So I give you permission, wherever you are, if you're in your own personal space, even if you're surrounded by other people, come inside Pratyahara. Withdraw your attention from the outer world and bring that attention inward. That is the 8 limbs, Patanjali's 8 limbs, the 5th limb of yoga. And take a moment and connect with your own inner warrior and what that looks like. And as you do that, as we meditate for a moment before we begin, finding a comfortable seat and feeling the earth underneath you. I think I'm going to back up and sit on the earth and ground a little bit, because it's going to feel so much better. And feeling that connection to your own heart, knowing that this heart, and it's one with the eternal non-physical self, that sustains this. The minute the non-physical self leaves, this physical self begins to turn to dust. Boom, dust. Without the soul, the physical bodies. We're refining the soul. We're bringing our attention to the soul. And that warrior inside of us is unique. And maybe that is a gentle warrior. Maybe that is a firm warrior. This warrior is always based in love. Always based in extending and sharing the love, the harmlessness, the compassion, the mercy, the forgiveness, the grace. However that looks for you. So we're going to come to a standing position, and we're going to bring those feet out. Oh, I'm starting to get into the sun. Nice and wide stance. And bring the arms out. And we're going to turn that left leg. Let's turn the right leg 90 degrees. Left leg can come, anywhere from 30 to 40. Bending the right knee over the right ankle and lining that right knee up with those first 2 or 3 toes. I like to line it up with that second toe. Not the big toe, but the next one. And then bringing the arm up for a moment into a warrior one. And then, a reverse warrior. And then moving into warrior two. And we're going to move back and forth. And as we move back and forth from the side angle here, warrior, reverse warrior, and warrior two, gaze out over those fingertips. Just the 3 of those for now, moving and flowing. Keeping the breath flowing. Breath is in the belly. You can engage those bandhas. Pelvic floor is your Mula Bandha. Nice gentle engagement, lifting up, not clenching. Uddiyana Bandha is the abdomen. Gentle engagement and lift. And Jalandhara Bandha, the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Chin can come in a little bit. And just flowing back and forth from these 3 poses. Feeling these different aspects of your warrior. I feel like the side angle is kind of that middle. When we can be assertive, powerful and clear. And then I feel the reverse warrior is that empowered warrior that it simply observes, is neutral, answers the call for love with love. Sees that all that negativity that arises within us and within others as innocent confusion, and that surrendered part that can just observe and see it truly inside ourselves and others. And then the warrior two for me is that when we move into empowered action, and sometimes that's to set a boundary or to be powerfully assertive, to speak our truth in a way that takes courage, or to move into creating an event that we could fail, doing whatever, taking a course, maybe making that change, changing that job or that relationship that we know so deeply isn't serving our greatest interests. But also maybe looking at that job and that relationship of, what do I have to learn here? What's the reflection? And so moving from those aspects of your own self. And then when you're ready, coming to center. And we're going to move into our star first. And feeling that feet on the earth, pressing into the earth, connected to the earth, feeling those legs pressing in, the arms reaching out, fingertips, and that crown, all 5 lines of energy. And it's all coming from this solar plexus area. And breathe into the belly. And moving into the goddess. Finding that squat. Maybe those heels come in, the feet can move out a little bit. Finding your squat and finding what feels good for your arms. You make some movements. And taking a moment to feel that energy from your heart. And let it move out through the palms of your hands. And it may be that you need some energy right now. Bring some energy to your warrior. A warrior that works so hard, that tries so hard, that is so fearless, has so much courage. That warrior that wants to come out and have more courage and step further out and stretch that, be able to love yourself through some of those uncomfortable sensations as we move into more evolved aspects of ourselves. And then we can come up and tilt that pelvis forward just a little bit and then begin to hinge over. Hinging at the hips, the spine isn't moving yet, and find that edge at the hips and then allow the spine to round. You can gently shake the head, yes, no, stretching and keeping the breath flowing. And go with the inward and taking time to find the compassionate warrior, the gentle warrior, and seeing how that subtle, very gentle warrior can actually make a more powerful impact than any aggressive warrior, forceful warrior. The warrior that allows has the most power, creates the greatest positive effect. Deep belly breath. Surrendering to not knowing right now what that looks like. And allowing something that might amaze you and surprise you. You're a unique expression of the divine source energy. Find your tune. And moving back and forth from your star to your goddess to your wide leg forward fold. Keeping the breath flowing. Making any spontaneous movements that feel good for you. Feeling the body and the sensations and allowing this inner warrior, this unique melody. You can't compare to anyone, yet it's no less than any being that has ever existed in a human body. We're all souls. We're all completely unique, and we're all one at the same time. And coming back to center, we're going to move to the other side. So that leg is pointing 90 degrees, bringing that left knee over the left ankle. And back leg, find that nice comfortable adjustment. Arms coming out, knees out over the front, fingertips into warrior two. Finding that knee line right up with between the big toe and the second toe, or the third. And dropping the back arm back, front arm out, and coming into your reverse warrior, sometimes a God's dancer, and just basking in that warrior that receives, that's quiet, but silent surrender, that may speak few words, yet the power is unlimited. In the uncontrolling aspect, it seems to enjoy witnessing, observing without interfering, and observing with a neutral, open equanimity, consciousness. And moving into your side angle, breathing into the belly, bandhas engaged. Building the prana inside your body and sealing it in with these engaged bandhas. And moving spontaneously, you feel in your side angle. And again, beginning to move back and forth in whatever flow works for you through your warrior two, reverse warrior, feeling the goddess, to side angle, and all the different forms and aspects that the warrior within you takes as you move into the different poses. Embracing these aspects of yourself, allowing them to come to life if needed, if it serves. Following our intuition, knowing intuitively which warrior within us we can bring out at any time. How about a look as our unique vibrational warrior? Warrior of peace, warrior of tolerance, warrior of kindness. And coming back into our wide leg forward fold, we're going to do our final pose. We're going to move down to the floor and move into a little savasana with our standing yoga mudra. So my hands are clasped behind my back, shoulder blades are coming together, heart is open, inhaling, lengthening the body, exhaling, coming down. Allowing the arms to stretch up towards the sky, the head to reach down towards the earth. And breathe. Surrendering to the heart. Your heart, your unique soul. Multitudes of experiences. Divine wisdom, divine love. One more deep breath. And releasing your hands, bringing them down to the earth. Finding your savasana, whether you're laying down on the earth or you're sitting up, and taking this moment to connect to that earth, whatever it is for you. Maybe you're on a floor, maybe you're on the grass like me, maybe you're on a couch, wherever you are, you're grounded to the earth, maybe even through steel beams that come down off a 30-foot apartment building, but you're still earthed. So connect to that support from the earth and allow your body to become a little heavier, releasing and relaxing the muscles. And let's take a moment to tense all your muscles up for a moment. Just tensing them up, even the face, the toes, the fingers, and relax. We'll do it one more time, tensing all the muscles. And relax. Let your body sink down like a sack of potatoes, like a baby who's sleeping, into the earth and be received. Connect in to your own non-physical self, your infinite soul that has had infinite experiences throughout the universe, throughout the earth, on many, many universes, worlds, non-physical and physical, and so many species. And relaxing in and allowing that warrior energy within you, that unique warrior vibration, to be simply absorbed. The whole practice be absorbed and integrated, and I will bring you back. And taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes as you continue to breathe with deep breaths. Stretching out the body. Now, if you're lucky enough to continue in Savasana and want to move a little deeper and even move into some of the higher limbs, Dharana and Dhyana, and into Samadhi, stay in your experience. If it's time for you to get up, if you have things to do in your life, coming to a seated position. I thank you so much for joining us. There are our fall, autumn, ecstatic yoga teacher training, 200 hours. The registration is open. You can go to ecstaticyoga.studio or oneworldcommunity.com. I'm Grace, wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day. Namaste.